Face reality, people. Movies are dead. Games are dead. Narrative? Dead.
Media is nothing but neural trigger response and viral conditioning.
Wait, what are you two talking about?
God.
So this movie
Oh
this
my
movie is a
God.
microcosm. It is a microcosm of why cinema's dead, bro.
Oh my God.
It is a test study on why you cannot have nice things anymore.
What are you
This
talking about? This
movie,
is in the 9 rating. I'll
this
put it in the 9s.
movie, this what's the word? Disincentivizes anybody to spend movie on any type of fucking original plot. Even though it's not an original plot, if you try to make something grandiose like this and have it be original, they're gonna be like, well, if the IP isn't good, why would we let you make a new fucking movie? That's what they're gonna say, bro. If Ridley Scott can't make it happen, how are you gonna make it happen?
Oh my God. Um, before we go over any type of details of this movie, I just want to say outright, do not go watch this movie. It's a
This movie's not even
4.7 out of
good.
10. 4.7 out of
This
10.
movie's not even good to like waste time with your girlfriend at the movies, bro. It's not even good for that.
Correction.
It's not.
It's a 4.2 out of 10. Forgive me. 4.2 out of 10. Do not go watch this movie.
It's not even a good sneak in and sleep movie.
Nah, they won't let you sleep. That's the fucked up part. Really stop playing
It's
that.
too loud.
Playing
Too
the
loud with
harmony.
nonsense. Too loud with nonsense.
Old movie.
Would an international court call this torture then, basically? Like, is this Guantanamo? Is this the Guantanamo of films? They blast music to keep you awake to watch dog shit happen. This movie's it's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment, and it's
I'd
your
rather watch.
property, Ridley Scott. What the fuck?
I'd rather watch in succession the 3 Equalizers before this.
Watch Equalizer 1 through 3
2 and
all in a
3
row.
before I watch this.
I absolutely agree with you. Absolutely agree with you. This is an embarrassment. An actual embarrassment. Oh. Why? Why are?
You know, the money, Lebowski, the money.
Yes, it's bad, man. Why was this made? Why would
For
you
the
do
money.
this? All right, listen to this. The Matrix 4, they wanted to own their own fucking shit, their own creative property, even though it's owned by Warner Brothers essentially, but it's theirs. It's the Wachowskis. They wanted to do a protest with their movie, essentially. That's what Matrix 4 was. It was essentially a protest to not just the dipshit fans that have now adopted their terms of red pill and blue pill, but also to the studio that's trying to take their work and mishmash it into something horrible. I know people didn't like The Matrix 4. I loved it for what it was doing, for the stance it was trying to take. It was trying to stay away from this bullshit. What I just fucking witnessed, bro. Like, that shit. They're trying to stay away from that. And they used their movie as a fucking protest, instead of releasing an embarrassment like Gladiator 2. God, Ridley. It's over, Ridley. It's not, like, you gotta, I mean, you need rehab for this shit. You gotta go rehab your filmmaking credentials somewhere.
So I gotta ask. I missed like a lot of this movie because I couldn't fucking hear any of it. What was he saying when he was displaying the head in the Senate?
Well, when Denzel was like,
Spinning the head around the fucking room.
it was Denzel
Like-
basically saying, like, I'm actually in charge, and
No, but what was his like words? What was he saying?
he's essentially saying, I'm the new guy. Like, I'm the guy now. This idiot over here, this emperor guy, and this little monkey, they're not actually in battle. Like, I want control over the military. That's what Denzel was essentially saying, and he's using the head of the fucking emperor as like a threat. And he already had the one
And
guy
he's
in his
spinning
pocket.
it around.
Yes.
He's spinning it around, showing the face.
Yes. Basically saying this will happen to you if you don't fucking go with me. If you don't if you don't bend the knee, this will happen to you. And he already had the
Correct
one
me
guy
if
in his
I'm wrong.
pocket. Good.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Denzel's reign last one day?
I don't think it lasted maybe a day.
They last.
Sure.
That's what it
Oh
felt like.
no, it was because the Gladiator snuck out and trained through the night, so it was a day.
They were like it's like they were going one direction even with that. They're like, okay, you're gonna have to use a wooden sword in your new Gladiator game. But it's
That
like
didn't even matter,
this
bro.
dude just
That
escapes
shit-
and just kills him anyway. So it's like, what does that
Yeah.
matter? Like, what was the point of that? I guess to
I
kill
don't
the
know
main
why
guard.
that guard should have been on his side.
Well, there's that, but like, why would killing that one guard mean you're free now? Shouldn't there be like multiple people that are like making sure you don't escape, type of thing? But that's just common sense and logic. We don't want that in this movie.
No, remember
yeah.
all the doors were unlocked already.
But like, I don't know. I guess he let himself get turned around. Like, metal or wood, my point will still penetrate your throat. I'm like, pause. But also, like, whatever the like, what the. It was just an easy way to dispatch of that guy. Get rid of a fucking barrier for Lucius Aurelius fuckface. One of the most boring heroes in a movie ever. One of the most boring humans ever. This movie would be by the way, this movie would be a 2 out of 10 if it wasn't for Denzel's swag. Other than that, this movie is god awful. God awful. Do not go see this thing. I say protest it. Protest this shitty movie.
It's a 9 out of 10, man.
God, this movie is a meme of the first movie. It's a walking, running meme. You know, it's like they're mocking their original work almost, and not the way the Matrix 4 did it. The Matrix 4 did it in protest. These guys did it to be like, you guys like this, right? When he like picks up dirt, just like Russell Crowe did in the first one. Remember that? Huh? By the way, Russell Crowe was apparently fucking the Queen the entire time. Remember in the first movie where he's like super loyal to Marcus Aurelius. I serve him. I also fuck his daughter when he's not looking. and put kids out in the world. I got illegitimate kids running all over the place out here. I'm welcome.
Is it called retconning when you actually changed what everyone saw of him rejecting her when she came on to him in the first movie?
I'm calling this retconning. 100%.
No, is it still called retconning when you change like the actual truth?
Yes. Well, it wasn't the truth. This is Gladiator 2, made by the same guy. This is now canon, meaning Russell Crowe, Maximus was fucking the Queen lady.
So the first one was a lie. He didn't deny her. He slept with her when he said, "I know I'm loyal to my wife."
Yeah, the whole love thing between like in the first movie, his wife and his kid was his world, and they took him away, and that's why he became like the savage.
This is the same director. He forgot his own fucking first movie?
Or he knows it doesn't matter. He's like, whatever, who cares? Start in there. This is what the fans want to see. The fans want to see kind of Russell Crowe from the first from the first Gladiator. They kind of want to see that character again. So like, let's just say this guy was his son, and yada yada yada. God, which is kind of a copy of Braveheart. Like the first Gladiator, there's a lot of notes here and there that's just like Braveheart. Right, the guy on a revenge tour.
You're still calling this epic, right?
What's that?
You're still calling this epic, right?
Epic? Oh yeah, I mean, I'm saying people shouldn't see it at all. Like this is not even educational. Do not watch this movie at all. But if you do, yes, it should stay in the realm of fucking like epically horrible, like a horrible movie, like epically bad. Uh, Jesus Christ.
Like Gladiator is a legendary fucking movie too.
Was there a plus character in the entire movie? Like, and not just
Plus character.
like forget about their act, like not just acting, but also what happens to him in the movie. Is there one character that is redeeming towards like this is a bright light in this terrible fucking movie? Is there one character? One. There isn't. They're all god awful. All of them.
Commander, you got out. You got out of the movie.
I maybe someone could say Connie Nielsen, but then she just gets randomly bow and arrowed by Denzel. Like they kill her, like the way they kill her, and like she's like the Princess Peaches tied to a post, like "Oh Mario, save me!" like type of shit. The lady tied to the fucking train tracks cliche. Like God, there's nothing redeemable about the fucking movie. Nothing. Nothing. Is there anything like what would I go with? Like, hey, it's really funny that they had like a shark coliseum, a coliseum full of salt water where they had sharks and they had boat fights in a coliseum.
No, well,
Isn't that genius, guys? Who thought of
the
that?
last 20 years, they've been claiming it's impossible.
Oh, and your audio was breaking up. Say that again.
For the last 20 years, they've been claiming that could have happened in the Coliseum.
Oh, okay. It's
Like historians.
got it.
Historians have been claiming that.
They were like, you know what we need? We need a shark-infested water coliseum for the gladiators. The more realistic, more grounded version of them fighting like tigers and shit. Fuck that. Let's get monkeys and let's get sharks and let's just have them fight those fucking things. Whatever.
Did you see those fucking baboons? Like, fuck, dude. Those are like fucking monsters.
Oh yeah, the CGI looked terrible for those things. But whatever. It's like I said, it's a mockery of their original work. Like, dealing with tigers or these guys on chariots and shit like that. That's not enough. We need to up the ante. Well, what do we do? What do you think about sharks? In a Roman Coliseum? Yeah. Let's try sharks. Who fucking thought that up? And who greenlit it? How many eyes did this pass by before like no one said anything? It had to be hundreds of eyes that's seen this and it passed across their fucking desk. And they were like, sharks? Really? Like no one said stop, like stop here, like, yo, can we get rid of this or fix this or something? It passed all these eyes and they were like, yeah, this works. That's embarrassing. Embarrassing, bro. I love this too. Anthony said it. Ridley Scott found a way to make the long-standing bloodline-based royalty become the leader, and the slave who came from nothing and rose up to the top, the bad guy. I mean, you can't make that up. It's also tone deaf. I think my grade's going down. I think it's a 3.8 out of 10. After rethinking about all this, I think it's actually going down. I think it's a 3.8 out of 10 now. I'm wrecked, bro. Then the obvious simple mistakes of like where you have plot armor for these main characters.
I think 3.5 sounds good.
No, the battle at the end saved me. What are you talking about? When he chopped Denzel's hand off?
What battle?
When Denzel lost his hand, duh.
That battle where two armies stared at each other, watching these two fuck faces fight each other.
The battle where the emperor got killed by his brother.
No, the one where he put a nail in his ear.
Denzel grabs the hand of the dumb. They're both dumb, but the dumber brother grabs his hand and like kills the other one. Like it's so stupid. And then he kills the dumb one by like slipping a nail
Right.
through his ear or some shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think that kills him. You think that would kill him? I don't even think that would kill him.
It didn't look big
It
enough to
would.
kill him, but it is what it is.
No, it would. It would.
Fair enough. God, the Emperors were like Austin
You might-
Power
you might
fucking
actually
villain.
You might actually need a hammer though. You're not gonna push a nail through someone's ear without some kind of blunt force behind it. You can like slightly do it.
Well, Denzel's as strong as fuck because he knows how to fight. Until he fights this fuckface, then he can't fucking win. Those guys reminded me of, like, actually reminded me of Austin Powers, like, villains type of guys, bro. Like, one's just with a monkey petting him on his shoulder and shit, but they're like comedically doofus, like both of them. They're like comedically doofus, like with Alice Cooper fucking makeup on and shit. Like, what am I looking at?
Those two got future jobs. Dumb and Dumber 3.
Perfect.
If you put Jeff Bridges and Jim Carrey in those roles, man, the movie would have slapped, bro. The movie would have slapped, bro.
Oh man. God. I mean, Denzel having control of the Roman military. An ex-slave rose all the way up to have control over the military of the Roman Empire. And what does he do? He fights a 1v1 against the guy with the thickest plot armor like ever in movies, bro. This dude's just protected no matter what. It's like, is that supposed to make me like this guy? And also, why is Denzel, who's like this crafty, swaggy dude who's just like built, like slowly like building his way up, up the ladder of the hierarchy, all of a sudden saying, I'll just take a 1v1 when I have the Roman army behind me, bro? He also
Are
had,
you recording this?
yes. He also
Okay,
had chances
then
to
you have-
kill this dude. And he didn't do it. God.
Don't forget how Lando or fucking Commando, whatever the guy's name,
Mando.
yeah, was on a mission to sneak somewhere, and then they shot every single one of them all at the exact same time.
Like they were like flash dancers. Like they were so synchronized. They were like a fucking dance squad. They just like all went down simultaneously. Like died the exact same way. It was like just weird
They
looking.
were our Marines, and they synced up their shots.
And then, ironically enough, when Pedro Pascal dies, when Mando dies, it's all these dudes from this way away, like this far away area, all shooting him simultaneously, or one at a time. They shot him, but it's like none of them touched the fucking dude who's in front of, like 3 feet in front of him, bro. They just like 360 assassinate this fucking dude with arrows, and none of them even come close to this fucking dude, bro. It's like, what?
And he's 2 feet away.
Who thought that was cool? Who thought that was okay? Like, who? Like, I'm wrecked then.
What's that movie? Bend the Bullet, where you can bend the bullet.
Wanted? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what
That's
was
what they
that?
did.
There's, oh man, I mean, bad everywhere. Every direction this movie sucks. Every single direction. And there's no tea kettle to save this like Trap had.
And they killed the mom at the end.
I'm sorry, I'm giving this a 3.5. My grade is now lowered even more. It is right below Trap.
What was the point of killing the mom and all that? That's what that really throws me off.
It was so Denzel would be more villainous looking. I mean, I don't know why he didn't just shoot the guy who's the military guy who can fuck him up and kill him. I don't know why he didn't shoot him. I don't know why he didn't kill him several times in this movie. When Denzel was starting to, at first I thought Denzel was playing power positions,
Denzel's
like power, whoever's winning.
slave. He was Denzel's slave. He could have killed him at any point.
Well, at that point in the movie, I thought Denzel was like gonna sit back and watch like who's gonna win this thing between this rebel guy and the former or the son of or the heir to the actual throne versus like the actual empire now. Like I thought he was gonna sit back, see who's gonna win, then pick a side and like help them out or something, and then try to get like power out of it. But instead, like at a certain point, Denzel picked the side. He picked the doofus emperors because he could just take advantage of them and kill them. But like at that point, like you have this guy in a cage, you have him locked up. Send your dudes in and just kill him. Kill all type of drama, any type of suspense. Just kill this fucking dude. You don't need him now. You have the empire. You're control over the fucking military. Send your goons in and go fucking kill him. Instead, Denzel's plan was to have this guy die during a gladiator battle by giving him a wooden sword. Like, what is this? What kind of stupid shit is that? Like, what does
Copy of the
Denzel get
first
out of that?
No, there was a point in the original movie where Russell Crowe fought with a wooden sword.
Sure, but like,
They had to
is
copy
that good
part
enough
too.
for a script? Like,
They
why
had
would
to
you
copy
do that?
part too.
It's dumb everywhere. God. Yeah.
No, we got to do this for
I'm
callback.
done.
Got to do it for callback.
I'm done, man. No, please, like, don't watch this movie. In fact, protest it.
Oh, watch it 100 times. Watch this movie 100
No,
times.
protest this movie. Protest it.
Great movie. 9 out of 10.
I don't care if Ridley Scott invites you personally to go watch it in his home theater. Protest it. Say, nah, Ridley, I'm not watching this bullshit. Please protest it. And guess what? My grade officially at this point right now is 3.5 out of 10. The only reason Trap is 0.1 higher is because the tea kettle did a good job. That tea kettle was amazing. That is... So, God, movie's terrible. Do not go see it. 3.5 out of 10. Go ahead, guys.
9. Epic. Totally go see this movie.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's trolling. Please say you're
If you
rich.
haven't seen if you haven't seen Gladiator 1, this is the same movie.
God.
Just backwards. It's same movie but backwards. Just watch it in reverse. It'll make sense.
See, Dubster's he's a masochist, and he wants to see your pain. He wants you to suffer and be tortured by watching this god awful, probably the worst movie I've seen this year. This is the worst movie of the year. I mean, congratulations, Ridley Scott. I was already talking about how bad you are.
This movie makes Maximus Aurelius an enemy of the state because this was the future.
What? I don't even know what the fuck you're saying right now.
Because in this movie, it made everything Russell Crowe did in the first movie made him a bad guy because it led to this.
Well, yes, and also he's a bad guy because he was fucking his like my kind of fatherly figure that I love dearly, and I serve under him. I will do whatever it needs. I will protect him. He is Rome to me, and I will protect him no matter what. Also, I'll fuck his daughter when he's not looking. They actually ripped apart the first movie. They made that shit meaningless. This guy on a revenge tour because of his family is like the people he really cares about.
His wife and his son get hung and killed by the betraying emperor.
He dies and he's like, "Oh, I get to see my family."
Away.
Yeah. He dies and he gets to like, oh, I see my wife and my kid now in the afterlife. It's so beautiful. Oh, that means nothing now because he was out there slinging dick, bro. He was out there fucking the fucking emperor's daughter and shit when no one's around. Yeah.
Can Russell Crowe sue Ridley Scott for Gladiator 2?
No, he can't. Unfortunately, he should. I wish he would.
You defamed my fake character.
I wish he would. God, I mean, I have been saying for a while now about to be fearful when you see Ridley Scott's name on a project. this is just times 10. Didn't he directly do Alien Romulus? That also dog shit movie? Not as bad as this. Nowhere near as
I
bad
don't
as
know what
this.
that is. Alien Romulus?
It's the Aliens movie. It's part of the Aliens franchise. I think Ridley
Okay.
Scott did that too, and it was like terrible. This is just even worse than that. I'm like, dude, it's like who's making your movie? Like, is someone check on Ridley Scott and make sure he's like actually there? There's no like chameleon or
If-
fucking someone that
if
took
you
over his
thought about
body. Something.
If you thought about it for a minute, what would you rate the original Gladiator?
The original Gladiator.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I'm not. I don't. It's not a piece of shit either. I think I would give it like
No.
probably a 7.5. It's probably 7.5 around there. I have to
That
see it
low?
again though.
Yeah.
7.5 is a decent score for a movie, but I don't think there was enough. I'd have to see it again. I don't think there's enough elements in there to make it into like now. This is like a good or great movie. It's
No,
kind of
it's
it's
an
an
epic
alright
movie.
movie. It's an alright movie.
It's an epic movie.
It has its catchphrases and shit like that. That's cool. But I need more than that for me to be like, this is excellent. But yeah, 7.5 is still a good score. That's a solid score. But this shit, oh my god.
All right, I got to hop in the shower.
Pause. This is what Dubster has to do when he's done watching grown men gladiator fight. Don't even tell him about 300. Man.
It's about timing.
He needs cold showers, man. Anyways, all right, there you go. I don't recommend. Protest this movie. 3.5 out of 10. Gladiator 2. God, what a absolute piece of shit. Absolute shitty fucking movie.